This is a video about going around the UK in a very small speedboat. Is this a big job?
It's a big job, Harry.
So Goodwin needs a bit of fixing up. We're going to put a newer, bigger engine on Goodwin.
It would be quite nice to redo this, because at the moment this is a sort of bodged setup.
Hello! How are you?
Yeah, good.
Thanks very much for having us.
Oh, you're very welcome, very welcome.
So Cockwells have very kindly said they're going to help me fix Goodwin. The A-frame's got a bit wobbly, and we need to strengthen the transom. That was always a bit rotten.
Would that then control both of them? This is the final fit-out bay. We're going to go to another site and start on some fibreglassing. Or glass fibering. Do you say glass fibre or fiberglass?
Our laminating facility, basically.
Yes, that's right. That's what the pros say.
We've got the laminating, CNC, paintwork, joinery.
So the lamination site here is run by Andy, and he's got years of experience in laminating boats.
Did you do this with epoxy?
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's two different.
Right.
It's two different resins, so it won't actually bond.
Right.
So that's why it moves all the time. Yeah, look, it would just flake off because it doesn't bond to it.
Right.
I've got a list of works. Obviously, Harry's won the lottery.
Yeah. Expense is no object. It's time to dig in to the transom. That's the bit at the back of the boat that holds the engine on, and it may be a bit rotten.
So I cut the back laminate off, dug out all the rotten plywood, and then relaminated onwards.
Get all the major glassing done, and then I'll get it flipped, and I'll be able to do the whole bottom.
Brilliant.
So in one hit.
Oh, amazing.
We're here to do a proper job.
Before we can work on the hull, I need to strip down everything, take off the dashboard, seats, the A-frame, so that we can actually get to the hull.
Dashboard is off. Seat bases have got to come off, and transom and engine have got to come off. There are the batteries, still in pretty good nick. Like closer to that.
Oh, yeah.
So the engine is coming off. Goodbye engine. It's been a trusty old beast. It's time to depart with the 30 horsepower. Do you want to buy it? No.
A lot of miles.
Yeah, it's true. One careful owner. It's been well serviced, but only problem is when I service it to set it on fire. That's
Fire damage. My name's Richard. I'm an engineer at Cockwells. So I mainly do super yacht tenders or any servicing.
I glued these seat bases on very well with Sikaflex, and they're very difficult to get off.
under the seats here. You can see the stones of various beaches along the way.
Yeah, from the Isle of Man. Yeah, great boating nation.
Yeah, and it's got basking sharks.
It's got basking sharks, it's got risso dolphins, it's got shearwaters, it's got chuffs, it's got everything.
But not as good as Falmouth.
Not as good as Falmouth, no. Falmouth is the place to be.
I tip it right up. Yeah, that's it. Off you go. Oh.
The engine is off.
We've got a 30 horsepower engine and it's a bit underpowered when we're fully laden with all the camping gear. So the 50 horsepower is going to make things a little bit easier.
Boat is looking a lot more sparse.
This is the old yogurt pot transom bracing. So I guess all these screws pop out.
It's really being stripped bare. It's probably 3 years ago that went on, or maybe even 4 years ago that went on.
Probably has done quite a bit of reinforcement.
I have got a crack.
Yeah. Look at that.
The only thing that worries me about this is this.
Yes, where they're glued on.
Yeah, it needs to come off.
Right, just take it and then...
Yeah, because obviously, if this is shot away,
Yeah.
we don't want to touch those tubes at all. See, look, it's all shot away there. It's gone. Just have to do it just nice and carefully. That's all, just so because we don't want to cause too much work.
Yeah.
But really, you want to cut all this marine ply out. You know, once I sand through and take everything back, we'll be able to see what state of affairs.
This is exciting.
Put in here.
That was already there.
Oh right, okay.
So that was the old seat base, and it seems to be like mahogany or something.
What do you want them there or not?
Well, no, we don't need them. I mean,
Take them out.
yeah, because then the water will run, and that would be better, wouldn't it?
I'll just take them out.
Yeah.
Well, it's just doesn't need to be there. Does it?
Yeah. Right, we're pulling the tubes back here so we can get to the transom. But, it's quite nerve-wracking pulling the tubes apart. Hopefully they'll glue back together again. These are all moulds for different boats, right?
Yeah, imagine it like a solid jelly mould.
Right.
We put the jelly in, which comes out as a part.
Yeah.
So it's a bit stronger than that.
Yeah, it sets. Wow, look at that.
It's the first time for you, isn't it? Seeing all this kind of stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
We've got the mould, and we've laid up the part, and the part is now inside the mould. So we're making tooling, is what we're doing here.
Okay.
So that we know that this is going to be a perfect fit, we're making it in the actual hull. This is what we're going to end up with. This is our Dutchy Sport. It is going to be the best family open sports boat there is.
So this is the first one then?
This is the first one.
Well, so this is number one.
Number one.
Who's going to have this one? Are you going to keep this one?
We are not. No. It's been bought and paid for. Yeah,
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, someone's already bought it?
Yes, yeah. This isn't built on spec. This is built for a client already.
Yeah, you can see the deck.
Oh, so that's the
Production
top
here.
of it there? Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's the kitchen bit I can see.
And yeah, self-launching anchor system. So there's a door here that pops up and the anchor shoots out.
Gives you an idea. This is our joinery shop. This used to be an old Ford garage.
Really?
That's what this was, yeah.
Oh, so what, is this like showroom glass? Whoa!
Big grey roofs over there, they're very big ones. That's where we're moving, and
Wow.
this, that, and the outfit for all our production boats will be based in Southwest Shipyard.
All you saw inside the Dutchy Sport, that matrix, that was all cut on the machine. So it was modelled in CAD and then made as an assembly drawing for the guys to put together.
This is going to be a yacht tender here, but this is where the sort of the craft comes into it. It's all done by hand.
Yeah.
So this is mahogany,
Oh, is it?
and then maple inlays here.
So that's maple in there. It's time to dig into the transom. I skipped over the rotten transom when I originally restored the boat. It's time to look in there and see if maybe it's a little bit rotten. Okay, he's dressed for action. He's going in. Ooh.
There you go, rotted.
I feel like you're a sort of surgeon from maybe like the 19th century, pulling out teeth with your you're like.
I hope
"Oh,
this
it's
is not
rot.
how they pull out teeth.
It's the rot.
See the smell? Yeah, it's definitely shot away, Harry. Definitely. Basically, as the water's got in the hull and got right in behind, it's just rotted the wood.
The big tools are coming out. No, solid, hanging on for dear life. So if you drip, so they painted it other way up.
Yeah.
Ooh. There it is.
We just chip away, take it back as we go.
Yeah.
Taking out the dead wood. Keeping it together is the two skin fiberglass up. There you go. You're gonna come out now. It's not as bad as I thought.
No, strengthen some of it. It's not like mush, you know.
No, not at all. It's really not as bad as I thought it was going to be. Once we've got all this complete section out, we should get a good incline of where we need to be. The rock just keeps going down, so going deeper. As we've got further down, it's definitely got more and more wetter, hasn't it?
Yeah. Needs a whole new transom, basically. Yeah.
Absolutely, yeah.
The new wood will slot straight in there.
Original 1977 nails in there as well. It's actually copper. Would it be copper
Yeah,
nail?
it will be, yeah. It's crazy.
It's another early morning. Turns out the actual main structure of the boat is very solid for something that's 45 years old. The transom is very rotten, but everything else is pretty solid.
Sweeping up Goodwin.
Out with the old, in with the new.
1977's best marine plywood. Well, thank you very much, Andy. That is sterling work.
Always a pleasure.
The fixings in the floor are obviously pretty rotten, but Andy says he can fix that with something called G10, which is very strong and futuristic.
How rotten is it? That's the question.
It's shot away. I don't think you can get any more rotten. They've just put this on top of the deck for you to be able to put your A-frame on it.
So it really was just a matter of time until this boat pretty much just fell apart. Dashboard is coming apart.
Look at all this wiring. The dashboard is stripped.
Would Goodwin have made it all the way around like that? Possibly. If things would have broken. The A-frame definitely was very wobbly and probably wouldn't have survived another trip. So it's good that we're doing it now. Hello, this is the woodworking bit where they do all of the skill. This is where the real skill happens, isn't it?
This is where the craftsmen live.
Yes, that's right, the craftsman.
Yeah. As opposed to the butchers next door.
Yes.
So,
The top, look at that.
it's delaminated.
Oh yeah, so it didn't even stick to the wood, basically.
The original seat platform we're not using anymore because my seats are a different shape. So this one can go.
This is more space. I mean, you could fit, what?
Yeah,
A small bottle of wine in there. Oh, it's still very solid actually, that, isn't it?
It's good. We're just going to sand through now and take off all the dead wood to make it flat again. Yeah, it'll look fresh and new, which is good.
Great.
Yeah, well, this is what we do day in, day out, so yeah, we're on it.
Well, thank you very much. Is this a big job?
It's a big job, Harry.
Starting to look better.
So we're just going to apply 2 600s because, as you can see, the transom's quite actually flimsy. This is just to make it a little stronger and just to seal everything in again. Just get a little bit of resin on there first.
What kind of resin is it?
Vinyl ester.
Vinyl ester. You've got good technique. You've done that all the time. Normally I'm doing it and I'm like, oh no, and then the strands start coming apart and then it's like with your fingers. And
It's like anything, isn't it? Like just knowing the right way to do it.
yeah. Got that second sheet going down.
First bit of fiberglassing complete. Andy showed me how to fiberglass properly. I definitely haven't been doing it right.
Holes are filled in. Feeling a lot more sturdy already.
Goodwin is on the road to recovery. There's still a lot more fiberglassing to do. Put a time-lapse camera up there and I'm going to leave Andy to get on with it. 1 week has passed and I'm back in sunny Falmouth to see how Andy's been getting on.
Look at this. It's looking very impressive. Thank you very much.
Obviously Transom was ripped out.
Yeah.
We've applied a new piece of marine ply in and a main lay with polyester resin. It's been filled and faired, just all ready for the gel coat application.
It's so smooth now.
Yeah.
God, it does feel solid now, doesn't it?
The front bow section was quite funny. As you had a hole in the middle. As you can see, it's reinforced. It's absolutely solid. So
So the hole went straight through, basically.
it was just open. So there was no nose. This section was gone.
It's basically all those waves you've been hitting the back of, just smacking into it.
I think you've been enjoying yourself way too much at sea.
It feels very smooth now. So we're filling all the tiny little cracks. The hull is full of a lot of bumps and scrapes and damage, but not anymore. Andy's getting it super smooth.
Fiberglass filler, super strong.
This is filling in the old transducer hole from many years ago.
Polyester resin.
Oh yes. So I will row this in a minute. So you don't get a line.
It's amazing how well it's steering wheel well and truly stuck on. Definitely putting some. Oh, amazing!
Just hit it in the right place, isn't it?
It literally popped off. Yet again, I'm rebuilding the dashboard. It seems to be a manual project, but I've got some more gadgets, and I never really built the dashboard properly. But with the help of these guys, I think I can do a much better job. So that's what you've got behind there.
Very familiar looking radar on the top. I know that one well now.
You've got one of those, Harry.
Yeah. Well, here we are.
Enjoy yourself.
Thank you very much. Look at this.
So Raymarine has sent us some more gadgets, and I couldn't resist.
Look at this. Oh, very nice. This is perfect.
We may just need to put a little chamfer on that so that we get a nice snug fit into
Right,
the
yeah.
recess.
So that's both screens in.
It is machined to exactly the screen size. Gives you a semi-glass cockpit effect, you know. Protrude by about 1 millimeter, but it'll give you a flush feeling, a much cleaner finish than normal, yeah.
You work on the electronics in the cockpits normally, yeah.
Only programming in electronics. And we've also got your cameras, we've got depth sounders. We're going to have a network on them so that one of these screens will become a master and one a slave.
This is looking very good. Thank you very much.
Ah, it's a pleasure.
This is looking very smart. These bits are called the chines, and mine have been knackered for a long time. And he's made them really sharp and crisp, so I'll bite into the water.
Completely smooth.
Nearly ready for the gel coat.
Yeah, all sanded. All the chimes are nice and sharp. Go over the hove up with a 180.
Right.
And then we'll start applying the gel coat. Get all this taped up, cleaned off, ready to go.
Amazing. This thing now feels very smooth. This new transom is very solid. Feels like a bit of well-made furniture. Next up, we're going to put on the orange.
Harry, just don't beach it. That's what I'm asking. I'm going to be speechless.
Like, Harry, no, the gel coat. It's going to get beached, let's face it.
It's going to get battered.
So that's the catalyst going in.
That's the hardener. You would just apply the gel coat as neat as you possibly can get it. See, the secret's this: the neater you put it on, easier it is to take off.
The gel coat is going on, and he's working his magic. It's becoming orange. Gel coat is a cross between a sort of paint and a resin. You put hardener in it, it goes really hard, and it looks glossy. That's my technical talk.
Sounds good to me.
Andy's doing the work. I'm watching paint dry.
Bang on.
That's good. That's obviously why they made this boat this size.
Absolutely bang on the dough, mate.
This boat is now very orange. Right, it's the end of the day. First coat is on. Tomorrow there will be a lot more. Morning, it's the next day. It's looking even more orange. Andy gets up very early and he's already put 2 coats on. So this is 3 coats now, and it's still wet.
How many coats is that on there now?
5.
5 coats.
5 coats ready to
So
go.
the gel coat is now on. There's 5 coats, and Andy's just sanding his way back through it to get it completely flat.
We're gonna hit this now with the 180, then I'll get on the boards and we'll get this part of it all polished today. It's just a guide coat, that's all, just to tell me where I'm
Oh, so you can see where you've gone through. I can see it smooth already, Andy.
Well, you know, we're trying to get there, mate.
So that what have you going through there?
I've just gone 120.
120.
So now it's flat, so I can move on now.
There's a lot of sanding, and then my favourite bit, the polishing begins.
It's just cutting compound.
Gotcha.
Oh, look at that.
Wow, it's looking amazing now.
Good, isn't it?
Yeah.
Right, this is the final buffing, waxing part. Because when you're painting it on with a brush, you'd never kind of believe that it goes that smooth.
When the whole of the bottom's done, it'll just look incredible, mate.
Yeah.
This is looking very shiny. Thanks, Andy.
I mean, the reflections in it now. It's ridiculous, yeah.
The transom is done. Now Andy's going to do the rest of the hull. It's all happening. Dashboard is underway. Sea bases are being overhauled. This is going to be a very posh boat.
Oh, that's looking good. You used to be a footballer.
Many moons ago.
Wow. Professional.
Yes.
This is embarrassing to me.
Embarrassing. From 11 up until I was 18, I played for Fargo. So
Right.
and then I went to Luton and then Crewe in Oxford. 8 centimetre hole in my leg.
Oh my god. So what? That's an injury from football.
Well, yeah, I've got like 36 pins in there.
Gee. So that's how you ended up getting into boats.
Yeah, I just thought, let's do something completely different.
Maybe people will recognise you. Maybe people will be like, oh my god, I remember.
I hope not. That's what I thought you to put me on there.
That's hull number 14, and this is her first ever engineering sea trial, so she goes in for the first time to see how all the systems are set up, make sure it's all operating properly.
And that's the first time the hull's been in the water.
It's a big moment for the boat.
You get the champagne, smash it in the side.
Smash it all over it. Yeah.
It's not
This
that
isn't that
large.
kind of trial.
Shall I get on?
Yeah, you're going to see a boat that's not very finished, but...
It should float though, right?
Well, you live in hope. See you.
Yeah, I know. What have we spoken with? So things to do before sea trials. Right, I just need to set some up.
On board the Dutchy 35 doing the engineering trials. I've been allowed to come aboard. I promised I won't break anything. This is all about testing the engines, working out if all the props are rated properly and if all the gadgets work. So we're just going for a little tootle around on Myler Creek and out into the that bit over there.
Carrot Road.
Garrick Roads, that's it.
Carrot.
Carrot, how do you say it? Carrot?
Carrot Road.
Out into the Carrick Roads. Testing out all the plumbing.
Yeah, pretty much. But yeah, it's all looking alright so far.
There's the bedroom. How's it looking down there? Oh, there's the batteries.
There's the batteries, all dry.
How's it running?
Yeah, it's running pretty well actually.
So my phone is mirroring what's on there.
Right, okay.
And I record this, and then it shows all our data, so then the clever people can analyse, they can go through all the rev ranges and they can see oil pressures and revs and load, because this is load, this is port engine, starboard engine, it's got RPM, coolant temp, so we're doing 3.8 litres an hour at the moment.
So when we're going full tilt, we'll be doing quite a lot more than that.
Yeah. They do about 8 litres an hour.
Well, that's really good action.
Right, is everyone holding on?
Here we go.
I warned you, it'd be loud.
Do the hatches make a big difference then?
Yeah, you can't hear them.
Really?
No, it's so much quieter. And there's normally doors and everything else.
Perfect, so 31 knots.
Wow.
Max RPM, nigh on, perfect. That'll get better because at the moment the boat's very light. We've got no upholstery, we've got no hatches. As the boat gets heavier, the RPMs will slowly drop. And we did 70 litres an hour, temperatures on the engine, good oil pressure. And we look, 100% load, 100% load.
There's something special about this boat. Everyone's always trying to make it better.
Yeah.
Because it's going somewhere. We want to be continuously improving the boat.
Turns out this boat goes a lot faster than it looks. 31 knots, I mean that is some serious speed. This has been a lovely jaunt. We're going to go and carry on probably polishing, sanding and fixing up things. There you go, sea trial complete. I can confirm this boat is very seaworthy.
But I mean, this is just going to be skimming. Must actually like probably make it more efficient through the water and quicker.
It seems a shame to put it in the water. It almost does though, doesn't it? I mean, it's amazing to think there used to be a hole there.
No, I mean, it looks perfect.
No, that's good.
You pleased?
Yeah, very pleased. It's come up very well.
This is the wax going on.
Yeah, last bit.
Wax on, wax off.
Wax on, wax off.
Oh, that's looking good.
The hull is getting its final polishing. It's looking very glossy.
Cockwells is a mix of a lot of very detailed, labour-intensive, handmade stuff and some robot stuff too.
It's an absolutely massive machine.
Yeah, it's huge. Yeah, very good machine. Very versatile.
How long is the bed then? How long?
7 metres.
Wow.
Try and do a lot of 3D cutting on this. Some of the guys that used to do it by hand are not too pleased that we can do it on the machine, but
you can actually sculpt basically.
yeah. We get a 3D model from design. I have to apply all my tool paths.
What's this controller? I like this.
This controls speed of the feed of the axis, the actual cutting speed.
The new dashboard is ready to be infused.
So you used to work in motorsport?
Yeah, rally tech. Done a lot of dashboards, always carbon fibre. Yeah, it's one of like the biggest parts of a car. You can remove a lot of weight.
Right.
Everybody knows that carbon fibre is the best material known to man, so obviously Goodwin needs to have some of that too.
We've made a template from the old dash out of marine ply, wrapped it in carbon. So that's the offcut.
That's
so
the
that's
carbon fibre.
That's what we made it from. Yeah.
So that's much stronger than fiberglass.
Fiberglass, yeah. The pump's connected to this one.
Right.
That will go into the resin bucket.
Right. Okay. So the resin gets fed in through here.
Yeah.
So basically, this uses a vacuum to draw in the epoxy, and it goes right into the weave of the carbon fibre.
It could go badly wrong now if a seal broke or pipe fell out or whatever.
Right. Okay. So in goes the pipe.
So the epoxy's travelled down this pipe and fed into the dashboard. The hull is looking very, very shiny. Looking very glossy.
It's like a sea of reflections now.
And he's doing the final snagging.
It's shiny!
Hull is done. It's complete.
Yeah.
It's looking very shiny.
Harry, you help me get this side. Get that side. Oh, that's it, we're out, easy. Easy peasy, guys. So much a rich orange, isn't it? Oh, I'm really pleased with it. Goodwin is looking great, mate.
Finally now we're flipped and we're going to finish off the inside and the deck. Need to recoat the transom, do the final bits on the inside.
And what's it called again?
G10. It's just better than wood.
Right.
So it basically just stands for glass plate, 10mm thick, but we make it different thicknesses.
Right. So this is going to replace the old rotten wooden footings.
Because that A-frame is going to take a battering when you're at sea as well.
Those rotten points on the back that the A-frame screwed into have now been replaced with this magical G10 solid fiberglass material. Andy wants to put a whole coat of fiberglass over the deck to just make it even stronger, which sounds like a good idea to me. Soon it's going to be time to start putting the gadgets in and putting everything back together and seeing if we can fit a bigger engine on the back.
Oh, look at that. It's pretty perfect. Very nice.
So, my question to you is, do you want this sharp corners or do you want it rounded slightly?
I think it was a bit rounded. What do you think?
Yeah.
going on. Dashboard is looking very shiny.
One coat so far, but that was all polished with like 8,000 grit and some polishing compound. We just keep that sheet with a bit of lacquer now.
Wow, you probably gunk it on so that it fills the void, I guess, yeah.
Wrong side.
Oh no, sorry.
That was Harry's fault, by the way, people.
That's right, it's the perfect little panel.
It's good to have the tubes inflated again. Looking a lot more like Goodwin. The batteries are moving from under the seat up to the bow, like this. And then we're putting the tech in here and making a template. I've come back to Cockwells HQ to double check that all the gadgets can fit on here.
Oh, it's a 4G router?
Yeah.
No.
This is an exciting moment. That would potentially go on the outside of the bulkhead. This replaces a kind of conventional fuse box.
Yeah.
But that's the digital switching there.
Yeah, you got a high powered output. And these are low powered outputs. Nav lights, you've got a compass light on a separate one.
It all controls through the screen, basically. Yeah.
That's right, yeah. It replaces your switch.
Yeah, basically my big switch.
Button, yeah. That damn camera is really annoying.
A lot of reading instructions to do.
Yeah. Read instructions.
The unboxing, yeah, the box. Unboxed boxes. Okay, we worked out where everything's going. Thanks, Will.
Cool. No problem.
Does this have to be a straight line?
I mean,
I think it's gonna fit.
yeah, let's try it. Do you want to come and see?
Yeah.
Okay, look. Ooh, there we go. So it should just... Oh, look at that. That's absolutely perfect.
You're a bloody boat builder. Good scribing, mate.
Thanks, Jared. That's perfect. Save the day.
How you doing?
Alright, how's it going?
When do you think the body's going to be finished?
A while. quite a long time, probably. This is the old bilge pump. I'm going to make a sump here for the new bilge pump, so all the water collects down here. Look at that, you've got the core sample.
Yeah, so that's your stringers just there.
Right.
And that would be your old gel, then you've got your glass.
Does it look very rotten?
No, it doesn't at all, it's just a bit damp at the minute.
Oh, that's good, so it's not rot. No.
And if you look at that, it's quite worrying actually.
That is...
Because usually they be fiberglass at the same time as well.
So that's a bit worrying.
It might be worth actually stripping it back and having a look at the old integrity of it. Harry, what are we looking for here? A bit more work than you intended, mate. So that's your whole stringer in there. Rotted. That's going to need stripping back. Have we got a chisel or something here? Right, so put another one there. So it's wet. It's not rotted.
So
Harry, you're all right.
Yeah,
you're all right. We thought it so that'll be roughly the height it's going to be sitting at.
Nice.
Thought the deck was rotten, but it's fine. The foam was a bit wet, but underneath it's dry. Yeah, that's great. That's going to be really smart. So next time I see that, it's just going to be incredible.
Well, we'll try our best, don't we?
So today we're glassing the deck.
Yeah, glassing
Great.
the deck in today.
Filling in this hole.
Yeah, we'll get that thread in.
Nice. So we need what? One more coat of orange.
That's it.
Yeah.
I mean, did you see how this looks on the dash?
Should we offer it up?
Yeah, it looks fucking...
Oh, look at that. That's really nice.
And the bulkhead's in. Yeah, bulkhead's all glassed in. Come on, we'll have a feel.
Oh, solid.
This looks so different how we do it.
Yeah, it looks very slick.
New build pump drain is done, deck is done, dashboard is done.
Made my template.
Solid. Fibreglassing's all done. We're moving the boat and all the stuff over the road to the other site where we can crack on with all the gadgets.
Oh, it looks nice and orange.
It's quite exciting. I think we're now moving into what you call the fit out stage. This is our new home for the next bit.
Well, thank you very much.
Pleasure.
It's looking very good.
That'd be good. I need to reattach the tubes. And I'm going to make some new Hyplon bits. These are a bit old, so I'm remaking them. In this new yard, they're building a giant wall of offices made from old shipping containers.
The Hardys and the Dutchies are going to be produced here. It means we can have a sort of semi-production line where each segment of the build has its own specific area. It's still very much custom built, but it just means that they start off at the sticky end, then the dusty area, and then the area gets gradually cleaner as they make their way to the water.
This is already a lot less dusty already. It's very civilised. This is an upgrade for me.
Yeah. Once we've put these offices in and insulated there, ultimately I'll have solar powered geothermal heating system.
Oh, really?
That's the plan.
Right,
300 kilowatts we can get on the roof. Which the big challenge was stacking those containers down the back where you couldn't get to them.
Yeah.
Because you can't get a crane in there, you see.
Yeah, right.
So you couldn't crane them in. So it was either a helicopter or we came up with this ingenious system whereby we roll the top one in first with some wheels that we made, and then we lift the top one up in the air with this big forklift, and then we roll the lower one in using the telehandler and the wheels, and then set that up, and then we can lower the top one on.
I mean, it just looks fun that you get to drive a big forklift. This is basically the dream job.
Oh God,
Slightly stressful at times.
Well, it's a sort of challenging sort of stress, isn't it?
Yeah. Right, Richard's back. We're doing the gluing.
Hello, let's do the port side first.
Oh, that's good, the boaty tans.
I just don't want to let go now because it's already stuck, isn't it?
I'll keep that apart. That feels perfect, look, it's really solid. Looking very smart.
been a busy day of gluing. The tubes are now properly attached. The front's glued on, the back's glued on. It's a boat again. Great. Big hole going in. Drain plug is in. We're going out on Richard's boat, so this is even smaller than Goodwin. Only just. Tiller controls, PVC.
PVC, fuel in the front. That is it.
I love it. Can I step aboard?
You can step aboard.
Look at that, it's first pull. Second pull maybe. It's a bit like Venice.
Yeah. When it's high water, you kind of have to duck your head. It goes right to the top.
Oh, really? This is great. This is such a brilliant spot.
Just walking distance from the house.
This is very comfy. This seat up here is ideal.
On yours, you sit on the floor, don't you?
Yeah.
Kind of like down here.
Yeah. Lovely evening cruise. So I think it's Purlieu, yeah, Purlieu. Lovely evening little saunter. Tomorrow, more gluing.
I love it. This is exactly what we wanted to do. What's called an extended life program.
This transom is a thing of beauty on that as well, isn't it? That's perfect. So the water only sort of just comes up over the top of this, and that sort of sets it off. So that'll throw water out nice and quick.
And we've got the drain plug in there.
Yeah,
nice. And it's a captive one, so it doesn't. Dixon's going back in. Windscreen is on.
That was perfect. That one
From the back. Good progress.
next time, I'll get it finished.
Or maybe the time after that.
Yes. It's starting to look like the old Goodwin with carbon fibre and shiny bits.